Good morning. Always nice to have you join us here on 3+U. We hope that your day is off to a fantastic start. Looks to be another hot one, so get out there and soak in some pool time before the school bells ring. It's going to be here before you know it. That either puts a smile on your face or makes you feel kind of sad, depending on which side of the fence you lie on. But either way, it's coming. And our first guest this morning is ready for you. Dr. Marc Cromie is here with the Chattanooga Allergy Clinic. Is that true in your office? Some people come in saying, can't wait for my kids to go back to school.
Without a doubt.
And
without
others
a doubt.
are sad.
But I'm happy because you know what's coming, Jules?
What?
Ragweed. I mean, football,
Wait,
college football. I'm just kidding.
Real quickly, there are people who watch who've not been in Chattanooga for a long time, so they might not know the inside joke. Your license plate used to say ragweed.
Yes, it does. And then
it does it still?
No, I changed it to SNZNOMO, sneeze no mo. So I think that's even better. You know, it gives you something to think about.
Let's talk about the ragweed for a minute. First of all, when does it start?
All right, so typically ragweed will start August and it'll go to the first frost. But as you know, we don't have a lot of frost around here.
Yeah.
But it's just so hard to believe that we're getting near to the fall because we're still in 100-degree temperatures. The grass pollens are out. Kids are still at the pool having fun. They don't want to think about school, but it's coming. And now's the time to prepare because in September, believe it or not, it's the #1 time of year for asthma exacerbations. So your kids that have been doing so well during the summer, taking a break from their daily asthma inhalers, it's time to get them back on their plan, get back on their medicines so that when they get to school and they're exposed to indoor allergens like cockroach and mold and dust, and then the ragweed comes out, they won't have this asthma flare that invariably occurs.
You, I know, end up seeing people in your office who don't always know what the reason is for the sniffle. Did you see a lot of people coming to you maybe in the last month or two with kind of that summer cold?
Yeah.
I had it.
And I think it's a combination of a couple things. Poor air quality. You know, we always talk about that. You know, when it's over 100 degrees, our air quality level gets worse and we're having more respiratory issues, especially those patients that have COPD or asthma. But, you know, I think we had a weird rainy season too for a while, so we had some more mold. So it was a very interesting mix of pollen and mold as well as the temperature and humidity.
Well, I brought it up because we've talked for years, and that so often an allergy symptom, if it is the respiratory congestion kind, it can be kind of a mimicker. You don't know if it's allergy, if it's a virus, if it's a sinus infection, but sometimes they can morph, right?
Yeah, and there's comorbidities between the two of them. And honestly, that's why the ear, nose, and throat doctors will send us patients because they are dealing with kids that have chronic sinus disease, have recurrent ear infections. They've already put tubes in 2 or 3 times. And every time they get a cold, they end up getting a ear infection. And so what happens is with allergies, your nasal mucosa will swell with exposure to pollens or dogs or cats, and that causes the eustachian tube that ventilates the ear to back up with fluid, and so it becomes a plumbing issue. And so yes, every time somebody has a cold, if they have significant allergies, those two together can lead to this perfect storm of infection.
And so the back to school time is often a time when everybody's back together again. Teachers see this, I know, and those colds do come on. So is it good to come in now and get allergy testing done if you suspect it?
This is actually one of the best times of the year because the pollen count is low. And for you to be allergy tested, you need to stop your allergy medicines for 3 or 4 days before. And so, like, if you come in the middle of the spring and you're miserable, you're going to have more symptoms.
Bad,
so right now, you can stop your medicines, get by without a lot of suffering, and get allergy tested, so that you can get on the road to recovery, start immunotherapy and all natural process, so that next spring you're good.
You brought some toys with you today.
I did.
What'd you bring?
Well, back to school for a lot of kids means food allergies. So they're going to deal with the perils of the cafeteria, having to deal with peanuts, all the other stuff. This is the first fall, this is the first school season we've had a new epinephrine
this
device.
Is the Neffy.
This is the Neffy. This is the nasal epinephrine nasal spray. So instead of having to deal with the regular EpiPen where you inject yourself with a needle, this is a nose spray that is quickly and easily administered, 1 squirt in your nostril, and you have delivered your full round of adrenaline or epinephrine, which is life-saving. There's no needle involved. The nice thing about this is heat stable. You can keep it in your gym bag. It lasts for 2 years. and it comes with
Oh,
this
wow.
cute little carrying pouch.
Which makes it hard to lose.
Exactly.
That's great.
It's a new option for kids with food allergies this year.
How does it work for a low elementary school age kid, first, second grader? Do the teachers typically keep those with them, or do the kids keep them?
Well, yes. In the past, typically, when you have somebody that has food allergies, the epinephrine will be held usually in the classroom with the teacher. Sometimes, if the student is old enough to be responsible, they'll carry it with them.
But I would think that would be very comforting for a teacher to do that versus the pen.
Because you know the number one cause of anaphylaxis-induced deaths? Lack of epinephrine. People are scared to give it.
Yeah.
So this will be a less traumatic route. Not just so much that they're scared of stabbing somebody with a needle, but everybody's used to using a nose spray. You
mentioned it's another 100-degree feeling like anyway day. If you are an asthmatic watching, that high temperature can sometimes make your breathing worse. For sure. So this is the time of the year, like I said, it's time to get back on your daily controller therapies. If you have asthma and you've taken a break on your daily Advair, Trilogy, Flovent, whatever, the inhaled steroids, they're the gold standard. Start them now, reduce the inflammation in the lungs, and prevent an exacerbation later. Also, if you do end up getting the allergy shots, I know y'all have got gazillions of locations around the area.
Eight offices to serve you.
But it will be really important, because they make it convenient for you to choose the one that is most accessible for you, because that's where your serum will be, right?
Exactly. It'll stay in that office.
Okay.
And several of our offices are open Monday through Saturday. And you don't even make an appointment. You just come and go. We have a little kiosk. You check in, and you're in and out in less than 20 minutes. So do keep that in mind, because with the back to school going, you know your work week's going to be busy. Those Saturday hours could be really beneficial. We even open early, 7 a.m. on Wednesdays, and late nights till 7:30 on Tuesdays. He never sleeps. That's why he's so energetic. Oh, and by the way, guess what I just found out too from him? It's your 25th anniversary. That's right. It's been a great 25 years at Chattanooga Allergy Clinic, and I want to thank Dr. Kaplan for letting me come to join back in 2000. When we first started, 1 office, 5 employees. Now we have 8 office, 150 employees, 16 providers to serve you all over the area and in North Georgia. And I'm only halfway there, baby. I'm going to make it to 50. And you will not be a formula either. You'll be your own individual person, and they will fight to find out what's going on with you. Great to see you. Good to see you, too. Let those school bells ring. The ChattanoogaAllergyClinic.com is the website, 899-0431 for you to call and make that appointment.
Every day you wake up and drive to the factory, construction site, or that office that you call your job, and then unexpectedly you are injured on the job. If you are suffering from any type of on-the-job injury, give us a call. It's more to us. It's personal.
Local 3 School Patrol, keeping you informed of changes happening in your child's